What's going on, guys? Today I want to show you how to make an instrument with a sample. And this is a monophonic sample. I'll get into what that means. But today I did it with a car horn, and it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. I'm working at an office right now downtown in Phoenix, and my AC went out on my car. I had to take it to the shop. It's 110 outside in Phoenix. So I used my godfather's car, and he's got this beautiful old Buick. And it's got this beautiful horn. Like when I went to arm the car and lock the door with this key fob, it made this amazing sound throughout the parking garage. And I'm like, this is cool. I want to record this. So I grabbed my phone and recorded a couple samples of it, brought it into my laptop, and started clicking away. Let me show you what I did. Okay, so I want to make an instrument out of this car horn. What do I do? Well, right off the bat, we're going to open a MIDI track, and I'm using Ableton Live. This is version 10, I think, something like that. Anyway, we're going to grab Simpler. Simpler is a built-in instrument in Ableton that's purposely for monophonic instruments. So instruments that you're just going to hit one note at a time, like a bass or synth, lead, something like that, but not like a pad. If you wanted a pad or piano or something, you'd need Sampler. So we're going to bring this in, and already it's saying, hey, I want a sample, put a sample in here. So we're going to grab our sample. Here's our sample. Okay, there's our sample. And we're going to just pull it right in. And you can see that there's a lot of static. There's a horn. You can see where I honked the horn several different times. So we're going to just go in there and dial this in. So if I put the start and end points in here, we'll just go ahead and do that, and maybe bring this view up here so we can see it a lot better. We're just going to carve that out, and I'll hit the C note. C is just where it starts, and it's looking good. What's really cool is that there's different ways in which you can use Simpler. We're going to use the one-shot mode. So if I hit one shot, I like this mode better because it's latched, and meaning if I hit the note and then let go, it just keeps playing until that is done. All right, so we don't need it that long, but we're going to bring it back a little bit. And we're not going to adjust the pitch envelope because pitch is not really something we're worried about. All right, there's not really much I'm going to do. I'm going to do everything else in the post-processing. The great thing about Simpler is that it automatically transposes the note across the keyboard. So if I hit a G, or I hit a high F, or way high F, or way high F, so you can see it. It's really nice. So we're going to try to figure out what to do with this. So now here's something to note. A car horn has a lot of frequency in it, and it's actually a chord. You're actually hearing multiple notes that are playing at once. So you get a little bit of a chord. So it's hard to make a monophonic instrument out of this, but there's a lot of other sounds that would be easier, but we're going to do our best and see what we can come up with. So here I made this little ditty, and I'll just show you what it sounds like here. And I did this with some pads and some drums and stuff like that. It's just kind of an easy listening kind of thing. Okay, it's just a looped chord progression for 16 bars altogether, and we're going to put it across this. So I noticed right off the bat this is kind of the wrong key. So I'm going to transpose this up 3 notes down here. Now I've also detuned this a little bit to 17 cents. So it's 3 semitones up with 17 cents, and I'm going to add glide. I'm going to add some portamento glide to it. You can hear it sliding between notes, which is kind of cool. All right, so I'm liking this. Now we're going to drop some neutron on there, mixing tool by Isotope, and I've added an equalizer, cutting out a lot of the low end. And I added some transient to it. Now, a transient shaper makes things sound like it's further away. So I lowered the attack on this so that it gives the appearance that things are a little further away. And then lastly, it's got a little bit of compression as well to it. The next thing I want to do is add some reverb. And I've got a lot of, the dry wet is really high, the decay time is pretty high, and it sounds like this. Really nice. And if I wanted to, I could even go back into Neutron and make it a little wider if I wanted to sounding. And then lastly, we're going to drop on an auto filter, and we're going to use Ableton's auto filter because it's awesome. And we're just going to move this up and down. So when we play, now I've created a little MIDI note pattern using this, and it sounds like this. Okay, and then over the beat, it would sound like this. Now it's a little late, so I'm going to bring this in here so that the attack time is a little bit faster. I like that. So now let's change this filter so that the filter sweeps back and forth. So we're going to automate this knob. We're going to see it up here, and we're going to bring this down quite a bit. So that's it. Now we've got this cool little beat, and it just sounds badass, and it's got some portamento in it, and it's just simple notes, and it follows 3 chords in a chord pattern. I think it's a 1, 4, 3 major 7th chord pattern. Pretty easy. Let's listen to that again.